first time I saw Advent Children complete, there was one sequence in particular that I couldn't get out of my head.
Cloud!
The more I thought about it, the more I wasn't sure it had actually happened. Cloud couldn't have thrown his sword. Yuffie must have thrown her boomerang. Maybe he rode his motorcycle by and mowed them all down with his sword. He can fold a couple of his swords in half. Maybe it was bent into the shape of a boomerang when he threw it? Maybe he rode his motorcycle so fast that he caught up. I had to watch this sequence 5 times before I could finally accept that it actually did happen. Cloud threw his sword like a boomerang. Then I saw this. Cloud had thrown not one, but 2 giant swords, like boomerangs, at the same time. The result is a scene so ridiculous that I literally could not comprehend it. But wait, the original Advent Children was also full of physics-defying action. I'm usually not a stickler for physics, so what's the difference between this sequence and, say, Law's throwing his motorcycle with his feet? Why could I accept that, and not boomerang swords? So here's my theory. All the sequences leading up to Loz's motorcycle toss prepare us for it. From the very first fight scene, we are introduced to the high-speed motorcycle chase sequences that we'll see for the rest of the film. We also see on several occasions the damage that Loz's attacking arm can do, his superhuman abilities, and the forces he can withstand. Finally, we have plenty of chances to see that gravity doesn't quite work as we expect it to. Combine these elements together, and you have a believable motorcycle toss. Advent Children doesn't remove all the physical limits that we're used to, though. For example, the film gives us no reason to believe that thrown swords will do anything but lodge themselves into whatever they're thrown at. We never see a character willingly throw their sword. The separation between fighter and sword during a fight is always shown as being a bad thing. So Cloud throwing his swords like boomerangs breaks the film's loose, but nonetheless existent physics, and the world's established rules of battle, creating a scene that comes off as random and completely ridiculous. What I liked about the original Advent Children, it never broke its established rules as soon as the opportunity arose. Granted, Advent Children created a world so action-packed and boundless that near anything was believable, but it still had lines that it could not and didn't cross. I wouldn't believe that Cloud can throw his swords like boomerangs, that a child can defeat a monster with a fire hydrant, that a dead girl no one knows would call everyone in Midgar, or any of this. For reasons I've already explained. Perhaps if this were a film about sword-throwing children who frequently receive phone calls from dead people they don't know, and destroy poorly designed superhighways with an infinite number of helicopters, maybe I would believe it. But because Advent Children Complete only uses these elements randomly, no. Complete isn't the only CGI action film that has this problem of breaking its own rules for the sake of awesome action. For reasons. But that's a subject for another video. Talk at you next time.
Let's go. Yeah.